Some people have a question, given maybe your current role as Vice President of the United States, how different you are from Joe Biden.
Well, I'm obviously not Joe Biden. And, you know, I offer a new generation of leadership. And so, for example, thinking about developing and creating an opportunity economy where it's about investing in areas that really need a lot of work. And maybe focusing on, again, the aspirations and the dreams, but also just recognizing that at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore.
What did she just say?
I don't think they're the problem in terms of election day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
Well, I just think about what you wrote in your book, and that during the George Floyd marches and protests in 2020, he asked about shooting protesters. And as you wrote, you said, you quoted him saying, can't you just shoot them in the legs or something?
But the music is playing right now, and you can still hear me.
Hey, bro.
That's all I can.
Turn my headphones on. Yeah, turn my headphones on, bro.
All right. Oh, yo. What up? What up? Season 3, episode.
Three?
This episode 3?
Yeah, we did 2.5, but this is 3.
Right, yeah, we got 2.5 in there with the Diddy list with that fool, yo. You got denied bail again. Everybody know his trial got set for May, so we moving on past him. What's up with you though, yeah?
Man, cooling, bro. Just living life, staying out of the way.
Life's pretty good, bruh. Hey, young. But you want to know what, like, this is going to sound kind of wild. You want to know what the most frustrating thing going on in my life right now is, bruh?
Share with the people, yeah.
I'm trying to find a tablecloth.
What?
A tablecloth, bruh. Yeah, dog. This is what I'm talking about. This is the frustrating shit. Simple things that just should be easy. Bro. And this is not without effort. Dog, I have put effort into this, young. I've been to Kohl's. I've been to Burlington, TJ Maxx, Home Goods.
He been places. The
furniture, Dollar Tree, Dollar City, Party City. Yo, Joanne Fabrics. Yeah, I went to some place I don't even know what it's called last night in Beltway.
She was like, I bet they got a tablecloth there.
Bro, it got so frustrating. I put a post on Facebook like, yo, I need help with a tablecloth. And clutch. Yo, but a tablecloth, dog, has been the bane of my existence over the past week. Now, in clarification, okay, had I bought a dining room table that didn't require a tablecloth, something fancy, but I figured, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I live on the 5th. I ain't carrying that shit upstairs. I need a fancy
tablecloth. Those real fancy tables tend to be heavy as fuck, man.
Bruh. But other than that, life is great. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, it's a blessing to where that's the most frustrating thing you got going on. Just trying to
Yeah, bro, because some things is like out of your control. I don't worry about things that are like out of my control. But kind of segues to what we're gonna talk about tonight a little bit. That's something that I didn't believe that was in our control, but it's actually in our control, and that is the vote of the American people for president.
Okay.
So tonight's episode though ain't about encouraging y'all to vote, because these two people that's running for president, young, I don't know if we could say this and it not be treason. I hope the disclaimer, these two people are idiots.
Hey, listen, so I showed you the clip to where I told you dude was like, we have to choose between a domestic terrorist or a war criminal. And I'm like, a domestic terrorist, team red, and team blue, which is a war criminal. So it's like, what are we really choosing for? You know what I'm saying? As the American people, like what?
Yeah, I mean, not to mention that Trump is a convicted felon.
Yeah.
We talked about this joint in season 1. How is he even still on the ballot, bro? How is he able to run for president? Yo, he literally, look, I'm an advocate for voting, bro, but this is like choosing between the lesser of two evils.
That's all it is, for real.
So, I mean, Kamala, yo, she's trying to latch on to Gen Z.
Your generation is killing it. I mean, honestly, you are one of the reasons that I am so optimistic and excited about the future of our country. Your generation, I mean, you guys, you're brilliant, you care, you are impatient in every incredible good way. You're not waiting for someone else to step up and lead. You are saying you're gonna step up and get it done. And what else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant.
She's doing a great job trying to reel them in.
iPad kids, right?
What if people just don't show up to the voting booth, yo, and decide, like, they say, fuck it, we're not voting for either one of them?
That's a good question.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, for
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? I think people are gonna exercise their right to vote, because it seems that people are highly invested in Donald Trump. Like, the people that support him, like, are invested in this dude.
I mean, listen, he's had supporters, a lot of them, that were willing to storm the Capitol.
And though January 6th never came up in the Fox interview, it did come up in another Q&A tonight, a town hall with Latino voters in Miami with Donald Trump.
You know, what happened during January 6th, and the fact that, you waited so long to take action while your supporters were attacking the Capitol. And also people in your administration who don't support you. I'm curious how people so close to you and your administration no longer want to support you, so why would I want to support you?
The people that don't support a very small portion. That was a day of love from the standpoint of the millions. It's like hundreds of thousands. It could have been the largest group I've ever spoken before.
You know what I mean? So whether he approved, disapproved, didn't act fast enough to stop it, at the end of the day, a lot of the people, or a lot of the individuals that stormed the Capitol, were his supporters.
He wanted that to happen, bro.
It kind of
he wanted that to happen. He wanted that to happen, young. He had a whole name for the group. Dog.
I'm like, bro, you said the quiet part out loud. What are you doing? Oh, you just want
exactly. You're not supposed to call them in the media who they are.
No. Did you hear what Trump just called us? Yeah, bro, I heard. He's not supposed to do that. I know. What do we do?
Yo, my man was like, see, sat back, the Proud Boy. This is a great day. You know what I'm saying? He called them, what did he call them? Did he call them heroes? He didn't call them heroes. The good people. The good men and women. Slim. We talked, see, these are the things that don't go away, bro. We started this podcast in what, 2023?
Yeah, we
2020.
low key passed the year anniversary. I meant to say something, but yeah.
So right, we did an episode. Oh, congratulations to us! Shit, we did this for
Yeah,
a
bro.
year.
Congrats to us. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations to us. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Think
the
I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and light up one of that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
good.
Didn't even realize that. So shit we started, I didn't even realize that.
Hey, so listen, if you got it, light it, or pour it up, whatever. Happy 1 year anniversary to the Deakkon and Diplomat. Appreciate y'all support. Those that's following.
True indeed.
And appreciate you, homie.
True indeed. Cheers.
Sure.
Yo, this man, we did this comparison. If they were black, like let's say Kamala Harris is in office and she sent some niggas from Chicago in there. You know what I'm saying? They gangs. They getting shot on sight. That's a gang. Fuck that. It's a gang. That's what they'll call them.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 teenagers with big coats that walk into a 7-Eleven is a gang to them. You can't send 100 motherfuckers that's black with guns. You can't send 5 niggas with guns nowhere to walk around the Capitol and think that nigga's not getting shot ASAP. Let alone the White House. Yo, they might fuck around and look at me funny walking around the White House with a Helly Hansen on and a cap too low. What you doing down here, son? I'm from this area. I didn't ask you that. What you doing down here?
I literally live around the corner. I'm just walking, bro. What you talking about?
I'm just out and about taking it some air. I'm taking a constitutional down Constitution. Ain't ready to you talking too much on the ground. Let me see your ID, all that shit, bro. I couldn't call 6 of my homeboys and be like, hey, yo, let's go storm the Capitol, Slim. Dog, we might not make it down there.
Yeah.
And yet,
I'm trying to figure out how they even got past the fucking gates. Every
gate
time I've been down to this, it's been locked. And
the gates got open for them.
Oh no.
The gates got open for like the old story of Troy. Is it Troy with the Trojan horse?
Yeah. Oh.
Got them from the inside? Well, that's not the same thing. They tried to sneak in with a big ass wooden horse, but it's kind of the same thing. Somebody let their asses in. You get the concept.
Yeah. And that's why they say history repeats itself.
Yo, the thing that's scary is Cuz that was talking about how he feels like Trump will use the military against U.S. citizens. And that is a rightful fear that people should have, young. Like, he'll literally send the National Guard into the ghetto.
Of course, because I lived through that, and I saw over the summer of 2020 where President Trump and those around him wanted to use the National Guard in various capacities in cities such as Chicago and Portland and Seattle. And of course, there was a moment in time, as you just described, where he, on that early date in June, where he wanted to bring in active duty military as well. So that's what equally concerns me about his comment would be the use of the military in these types of things. Now, the good news is I don't believe he has the authority under the law to use the military unless there was some type of civil disobedience or insurrection, in which case that would be use of the Insurrection Act.
Let's go clean them up, these quote unquote bad people.
Random tangent. So remember how in the previous episode we were talking about the existence or lack thereof evidence of the government controlling the weather, and most recently with Hurricane Milton and how the administration has chosen to donate hundreds of billions of dollars to people that basically sending money overseas versus the $750 of hurricane relief for people that have gone through what Milton has done to them.
Hey, dog.
I'm just astounded by it, just the whole overall thought.
I don't really want to get into my feelings on that right on here because yeah, that could be a little frustrating.
Fair enough.
That you know, a neighborhood over here, maybe you take $1 million, $2 million, and you put it into the neighborhood and you clean it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't make it a tenement type situation. You fresh paint, you know what I'm saying? An actual trash system that works. But the flip side to play devil's advocate is that the people that live there gotta take care of the shit.
No, for sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got my spot is nice, but sometimes motherfuckers piss in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man, what?
Yeah, dog. I mean,
things, bro. What? God.
I thought I passed that stage in life, where
You feel me,
bro? Like,
you pay for this too. Why are you?
You live here. I'm pretty sure your apartment is on one of these floors.
It's got to be. That's why you're here.
And if you can't make it to the apartment, dog, like, I feel like you know that before you come into the building. If you a dude, there's plenty of trees. If you a female, that is just nasty, young.
I can't even.
I don't even want to imagine a female like pissing in the elevator, dog. Like, I don't, young. I don't, young. And then if found out that she did it, would probably be emotional about the shit, yo. Like, what you mean? I ain't pissing. I don't got time for all that shit, young. I don't got time. But I take the stairs. I get some good cardio, you know what I'm saying?
Decisions, yeah.
I take the stairs, young. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Kick the door in a couple times if it's late night, you know what I mean? Make sure ain't nobody behind the door or whatever, and keep it moving.
That's
some habits die hard, bro.
Hey, I can't even be mad at it. You know, rather do it and not need it than need it and not do it.
Like having a condom or a gun, bro. Yeah. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, yo.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So stay prepared. This is a PSA, yo. We haven't done a PSA in a while. Fellas, stay prepared. Now, if you're not the kind of person that wants to carry a gun, we're not advocating carrying a weapon. That's not what you feel comfortable with. But fellas, a condom is a great idea to keep in your pocket, yo. Great idea. At least one. 3 is better, but at least one is a great idea, dog. Just wherever you go, like how you got your wallet, your keys, your phone, the rubber. Throw it in there. Throw it in there, young, and watch the magic happen. Watch the magic happen, bro. This is a PSA from the Deakkon, dog.
Watch the magic.
Yo, I'm just saying, young.
Hey, look, and I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm not gonna say I put this theory to the test. I'm just saying it's preparation breeds confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. So, anyway, young. So the quote unquote domestic terrorist that is Trump. I mean, he's been convicted on charges that's like, that's what they paint him as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
and not just to mention that, but he's been accused of SA. Like, what the hell? Like, is this the person that people really want to vote for, yo? Like, that's your character, young?
I interviewed Trump. I've interviewed him for over 2 hours in the Oval Office. Like, he doesn't give a shit about policy at all. He actually really doesn't care. He was more interested in showing me around the Oval Office and showing me his World WWE belt above his 70-inch TV. Like, and that's what gets the man going. And, you know, I think people should know that. I think that's fine. He showed me a room. He called it the Monica room. He's like, you know, it's like, it's pretty wild. And I was like, holy shit, dude, you're the president. You know, like,
this time has ever seen. Your Vice President Mike Pence is running against you. Yeah. Your Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, she's running against you. Your former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said he's not supporting you. You mentioned National Security Advisor John Bolton. He's not supporting you either. You mentioned Attorney General Bill Barr, says you shouldn't be president again. Calls you the consummate narcissist and troubled man. You recently called Barr a gutless pig. Your second Defense Secretary is not supporting you. Called you irresponsible. This week, you and your White House called your White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, weak and ineffective and born with a very small brain. You called your acting White House Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, a born loser. You called your first Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, dumb as a rock. And your first Defense Secretary, James Mattis, the world's most overrated general. You called your White House Press Secretary, Kayleigh Kennedy, milquetoast. And multiple times you've referred to your Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao, as Mitch McConnell's China-loving wife.
Now, you don't vote, but our vote counts, bro. So I'm gonna encourage you to vote. But looking at these two people, I get why people don't vote.
So I don't want to choose based on fear. Like, I don't want to choose somebody because I don't want this person. And at the same time, I don't want to choose somebody that I don't know because I don't like these people. So it's like, where do you really, what do you do? You're asking me, would you rather get punched in the face or get kicked in the balls? I don't want either, bro. I'm not bothering nobody. I don't want either. What do you mean?
Yeah, those two options though, young, I'm gonna say go ahead and try to punch me in the face. Yeah. I got a chance to hit you back then. If you kick me in the balls right there, like that's dirty fighting anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I get what you you're saying, yeah. And the sad part is that you don't know which one is which. Like,
you don't. That's the worst part.
You don't know who is who. You know what I mean?
Feel like this guy's gonna punch you in the face, but really he's trying to kick you in the dick the whole time.
Kamala, Miss Harris, let me just say, Vice President Harris, you know what I'm saying? She gets up there and starts saying a bunch of Nathan. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, yo? Like, I don't she talks to I listened to several things that she said. I've listened to her speeches. And I'm like, yo, you didn't answer the question. Like, it's literally like your man is asking you where you was last night. Well, I'm glad you asked me that. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the root of the problem. See, nighttime comes when the moon comes out and there's no more sun. And we discovered this a long time ago. I just asked where you was. I'm getting to that. Give me a chance to get to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there, okay? You're interrupting me.
You're talking about nighttime and the moon.
You're interrupting me. See, to understand where I was last night, you have to understand where nighttime came from. And you have to understand how people feel about the nighttime. Some people are afraid of the nighttime, and we have to cater to them too.
That doesn't explain where you were.
But this is how she answers questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how she answers questions. You will sit there for 5 minutes This is why, hey dog, another PSA, fellas. Ask your chick if you're gonna question her, bro. Just be prepared for her to lie. You know what I'm saying? 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna ask questions, dog, be prepared for the answer. So I'm just gonna caution you against asking questions. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, the information will get volunteered to you, and you will know all break if it's a lie, because it's gonna start with some outrageous shit that no way in hell it could have happened. So back to Kamala.
Well,
Vice President Harris.
I was like, what the fuck is he? Listen, I got lost in it as he was explaining how it didn't make sense. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
So no, for sure.
That's how she answers. That's how she answers questions, though, bro. She cares more about. She cares about how people feel, and she's trying to lean on Gen Z. You know what I'm saying? Because she feels like that generation is an emotional generation, which it's actually not. You know what I'm saying? She's using influencers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Democrats have deployed influencers to win over voters online.
The Democratic organizations are flooding the creator community with cash.
Basically, what they were asking for is $1,500 for anti-Trump content on TikTok.
What's your rate?
$3,000 to $10,000.
We will continue to influence young, impressionable minds.
Y'all know I'm never quick to praise a white man, but Tim Walz?
We don't need good policy. We just need your short attention span.
Kamala Harris president kickoff rally with her vice president.
If you see multiple influencers spreading the same exact message, you can start to realize, some kind of coordination is going on.
Yes, Queen, per Brat Summer, Kamala Harris.
No, TikTok was basically full-time for me. Like, I was taking ads from like the Biden administration and Planned Parenthood.
We just have to be working with them, and if we're not, we're missing a huge way that voters are getting information about the world.
Reveals their sophisticated and expensive tactics.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid.
A terrible idea, but who are we turning the country over to after this, bro? Who's next in line? I'm looking at the vice presidents. Is the country ready for a black woman president? And you have to throw black on there. Like, people may not care whether she's black, white, Chinese, whatever the case might be, but the history of the fucking country says up until President Obama, every president was a white man.
Yeah.
So, and she's showing emotion in her interviews, which I'm gonna just say, as a combat vet, bro, like, it scares me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, will she just hand over the country? You know what I'm saying? Like,
depending on us.
Not saying somebody just gonna come in here and walk all over us. I'm not saying she's not tough. I don't know her policies well enough. I just know she talks a bunch of nothing.
It does so with passion.
Yeah, but you can see her getting visibly upset.
Yeah, that's that, and I think, like, to, you know what I'm saying, what you said, that's the scary part, is like, yo, she's really about to crash out right now, for real. Like, you okay? You all right?
She gonna do one of them sheiks try to holler at her. You're gonna respect me as the president of the United States. Weird that you got that by sucking. They said she was using her mouth, and not for purposes of speeches. Not for speeches. Yeah, not for speeches. You know what I'm saying? puffing that presidential pipe in there, some shit, I don't know. These are all alleged. We don't know this for a fact. We're not slandering that. We don't know.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? But the sad part is, bro, it's like my options, I feel like I either vote for her or don't vote at all. Because I can't vote for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump has support in the Black community. He's got famous support in the Black community, people that have a platform that say that they're voting for him. And, sometimes people are easily influenced. If you're a fan of a certain artist or celebrity and they just say they voting for Trump, people tend to get that connection. Oh, if this person thinks that Trump is good, then I'm just going to vote for Trump because of this. He's got 1 million followers on Instagram, you know what I mean? So he said he's voting for Trump. I'm going to vote for Trump too. Trump might be all that bad. People's minds are so easily swayed. Yeah. I do hope that people get out there and decide to vote, though, because our vote does count. And it's not no vote is vote for Trump, but it kind of is. But the sad part is, like, Harris, Vice President Harris, like, you're not presenting well. Like, you're not presenting yourself well in terms of leading the country.
She said herself,
what if we do go to war?
She said herself in an interview, there's nothing she could see doing differently in her presidency that has been done in the past 3.5 years.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Under a Harris administration, what would the major changes be, and what would stay the same?
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm obviously not Joe Biden.
I know.
And so that would be one change in terms of, but also I think it's important to say with, 28 days to go, I'm not Donald Trump.
So you're not Joe Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas. I represent a new generation of leadership.
So then it's like, well, what's the point? If that's true, if that's truly how you feel, then what's the point?
And then you have Trump on the other side of that talking about deficits and cutting taxes. Now, the thing with Trump is you can't get suckered into believing what he says because he'll sell you a bill of goods in a second. You know what I mean? Tell you one thing like, hey, and do something completely different. Like they're both, of course, they're politicians, so they're pandering to the public. And they're trying to win as many people over to their side as possible. And I seen that dude wanted to throw his hat in the ring. He said he's coming for Trump. You know what I'm saying? I just want the country, and I want the country to be a whole healed country. But with that, you got to understand that you can't make everybody happy.
Yeah,
it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? Immigration thing, like both of them, one of them wants to let everybody out, one of them wants to keep everybody out. So which one is it? The country is built on immigrants and slaves.
Feel how you want to feel. That's facts. Yeah.
I mean, and I hate to say it, but out of and do the jobs that a lot of people don't want to do. coming over here and they won't work because they want to take care of their family and they're humble enough and they're like, no, I'm gonna go do that. They'll work 2 jobs before some people will go take that 1 job.
Yeah.
So these are the very people that Trump wants to throw out. People commit heinous crimes all the time. They talking about Kamala Harris let out immigrants, and then some of the males went and committed crime. That can happen anywhere. You got that many people, 6 million people, or 3 million people, whatever it is. You know what I mean? That can happen anyway.
Man. It's like I said, for any, I guess for like any new voters out there, I can totally see why they would be in a conundrum as to trying to figure out who they would vote for, because they're both all over the place and not answering a single question that's asked of them. So nobody really knows what they're going to do, either one of them. And that is terrifying.
I think that the younger generation is going to lean toward their hearts and
how they feel. Yeah.
If it's a vote, yeah, how they feel. If it's a vote for Trump, you know what I'm saying? And then things go wrong, they're going to look for something to complain about. So I do think they're going to go vote number 1 because they want to have their voice heard and they feel like that's an opportunity. They really believe that. And they're also going to kind of like lean towards, all right, if Harris supports abortion or free choice, cool, I want to go with that because I'm a woman. Woo. The transgender thing where she had somebody gave them authorization or whatever in jail, the funding in jail to have surgery or something for a transgender person is wild in and of itself. When we got homeless people out here that don't got nothing to eat and kids that don't got food in school and all that, that's crazy to me, but that's what she did. People who like are binary or whatever, they're not sure, they want the choice to be whatever they are, they may throw their vote behind her because they support that or she supports that. So it's a scary time in America. I know that. I'm gathering my resources and trying to make my way to another island somewhere. Some mangoes on the side road.
Hey, now listen to the mangoes. Mangroves, yeah, sounds like a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe. I can fuck with that.
Fresh fruit, yo, by the side of the road, yeah.
Fresh seafood,
affordable
fresh
for the people.
food,
I just need enough to, I did enough to live. You know what I mean?
I ain't no pro on this thing, but I love doing it. So we love y'all watching, tuning in, appreciate everything. Yeah, we'll be at this next week. So holla.